Now, are the sisters involved at all? Do you see them often? Or?
I see them occasionally, and there are also two brothers, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
But there's the Lincourt.
Do the brothers carry the barrels and the sisters drink the wine?
They haven't had anything named after them yet.
Okay.
So, but so far
you're looking for a Cabernet, huh?
we've got the Lincourt label, we've got the Las Hermanas Vineyard, which is named after them, and then there's a new label coming out, which is called Two Sisters. So there's a definite theme.
Yes.
So I haven't seen anything about the two brothers yet, but maybe one day.
Okay. Are they single, the two sisters?
One's married and one's single.
Oh, darn. Okay.
But maybe, they'll establish a beer brand and it'll be called the Two Brothers Beer or something. I don't know.
I was discussing this the other day, and wouldn't it be nice to have a brewery and a winery, built next to each other? It would make everything so much more pleasant for both parties involved.
If your last name was Firestone, that would work.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the next wine we're going to be drinking, 2008 Santa Rita Hill Chardonnay.
And this is under the Foley label.
Okay, this is Foley.
Correct. So same vineyards. What some of the differences are in this is barrel aging. So we aged the Foley wines longer. So they're about 18 months in barrels before bottling, and also the oak percentage is higher.
Okay.
So this is about 60% new French oak.
Okay.
It seems like a lot, but I think when you taste the wine, you realize it's really, really well integrated, and the fact that we do that prolonged barrel aging makes a lot of the difference in terms of oak integration.
And which do you prefer? Give me an example of what do you think of French oak and what do you think of American oak?
I think they're both great. I think, and a lot of times I love American oak because it's so much less expensive than European oak.
Of course.
But I think French oak works really well with Chardonnays and Pinot Noirs particularly. I think American oak does really well with Cabernets. It can work well with Syrahs, but you get more of a dill character in American oak and more of sort of the coconutty marshmallow tones to it, whereas with the French oak you get more vanillin, but definitely you pay for what you're getting.
You pay for what you're getting? So vanilla is more expensive than dill, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Well, I guess it'd be sort of the difference between whether you were buying actual vanilla extract or you were buying the imitation vanilla, and you can see the price differences in those two and the quality differences in them.
And so tell me how many barrels do you guys have in stock? What's your inventory like?
Well, each year, let's see, I'm buying about 450 barrels this year.
Okay.
So yeah, it takes a lot of capital to be.
Wow, that's amazing.
Buying
barrels. And what your cellar? How many barrels does your cellar hold?
Okay, so this will just completely confuse you.
Okay, confuse us.
I actually make
you ready?
wine.
We're gonna get confused.
So I make Lincourt, I make Foley, and I make Two Sisters, and I make the wines at Foley, and I also make the wines at Firestone because Firestone is part of the Foley family wines.
Okay.
So I've got about 1,500 barrels at the Foley location and about the same amount at Firestone.
Okay. Interesting.
Keeps me busy.
Now, to me, this wine, the aroma seems a little bit muted, on the nose. But the flavor profile is giant.
Well, and I think that with these wines, they're really good for laying down for a longer period of time. And I think that
How long can you age them?
Oh, I think you could age it easily for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
One of the things I think about the Chardonnays and Pinot Noirs, but particularly the Chardonnays from the Central Coast, we definitely make some that are obviously for drinking right away.
Right.
But they do age beautifully over time, and that muted character takes a while to come around. So I personally will put Chardonnays down and won't even open them for 2 years. Okay. That's just me.
That's just you. I'm the opposite of that. I normally drink them within 2 minutes. So I think I would definitely put this in my belly before I put it on a shelf.
Definitely depending also on which wines, which flavor profiles as to whether you want to consume them early or keep them around.
Oh, beautiful wines.
Thank you.
And are these hard to find? Where could you find these normally? Are you heavy on the retail side, or is it more on-premise in restaurants and clubs?
More on-premise.
More on-premise? Okay, good. That's good to know. So you would probably be able to find most of these wines in fine wine retail, probably. Yeah, correct. Good.